This is Noah, a strong-willed teenager who is forced to move to a new town and confront her past traumas. As she navigates her new life, she finds herself drawn to her enigmatic stepbrother Nick, leading to a forbidden love that challenges them both. The movie starts with a beautiful girl named Noah who was packing her things because she was going to move to another house. It appears that she was holding a photo of herself with her father when she was young, and it is clear that the photo was taken during a car race. Noah leaves the photo and tries to leave, but comes back to take the photo with her. On the way, Noah talks with her mother, and we understand through their conversation that Noah will live in the house of her stepfather, who is a rich man. He saved Noah's mother from poverty after her divorce from her ex-husband, who was just a drunk and violent man. Noah is not satisfied with moving to a new city because she does not want to move away from her friends and her lover. Noah arrives at the mansion of her stepfather, named Emmanuel, who receives his wife and welcomes Noah. Noah does not care about him and then enters the luxurious manor. She fully realizes that her mother has become rich and luxurious thanks to Emmanuel. Noah's mother takes her daughter to a room overlooking the sea and tells her that she has the right to live at home like her stepson named Nicholas. Noah's mother leaves the room, and Noah starts looking at her photo again, accompanied by her father. She seems to be much affected by the photo. Then she goes to the balcony of the room and sees Nicholas by chance. Suddenly, Noah receives a phone call from her friend who tells her that she is lucky that her mother has married a rich man and will get half of her fortune and will not stay poor. But Noah tells her that she doesn't like the life of the spoiled rich. Nicholas suddenly appears. And remember, gentlemen viewers, that Nicholas is Noah's stepbrother. Nicholas orders his fierce dog to scare Noah, then asks him to stay calm, and Noah gets angry with him and enters her room. In the evening, Noah goes with her mother, Emmanuel, and her son to an ordinary family dinner. In the car, Noah looks at her photos and those of her lover, then sends him a message asking him to call her. When she sends message, Nicholas passes Noah in his car and looks at her with a seductive and admiring look. After arriving at the restaurant, the family members are sitting around the dinner table and talking to each other. Emmanuel says that Nicholas is one of the most skilled surfers in the country. He is a young man who is studying law successfully and has a bright future. But Noah responds to her stepfather by saying that spoiled Nicholas can work in her rich father's business, even though he is a failure. Then she decides to leave, and Emmanuel asks his son Nicholas to take her home. Nicholas drives the car quickly and professionally, but Noah is scared and criticizes his way of driving. She calls him arrogant and reckless, but Nicholas mocks her and tells her that it is clear that her mother tolerates her actions because she only loves her. But Noah responds to him by saying that he knows nothing about a mother's love. Nicholas is annoyed by Noah's words when she talked about the mother, then stops midway and asks Noah to get out of the car, then leaves. Noah is particularly shocked that her phone's battery is empty, and luckily Nicholas's friend arrives in time and takes Noah with him in his car to a party where rich young people like Nicholas are present. Noah arrives at the party with Nicholas's friend. He points his hand at Nicholas, and Noah seems to be jealous and angry when she sees that Nicholas is surrounded by a lot of girls who like him. But Nicholas notices her presence and asks her how she arrived at the party. She responds to him saying that she will tell his father that he stays awake at parties of the wrong kind. Nicholas warns Noah and asks her to get out of his way and leaves. After that, a girl named Gina suggests Noah accompany her to the party and introduces herself. She says her name is Gina, Nicholas's friend. Gina asks about Noah, and Nicholas responds by saying she is his illegitimate sister. Noah starts drinking wine, and Ronnie looks at Nicholas with an evil look. Nicholas notices that Noah is drunk and then decides to take her home in his car. After they arrive home, Nicholas carries unconscious Noah and takes her to his bed, then leaves. Noah dreams of childhood memories with her mother, who tried to hide Noah in the closet before her father beat her. The next morning, Noah is sitting with Gina at the beach, and she notices the presence of Nicholas, who has come for a surfing hobby. It seems that all the girls want to talk to him because he is the richest person in the place. Nicholas goes to surf the sea waves, and Noah looks at him with strange looks. At night, Nicholas takes part in a car race for the rich, and Ronnie challenges him. The first race is between a racer from Ronnie's team and Nicholas. Nicholas sees Noah coming from afar and is so impressed by her beauty that he is late for the start of the race. He tries to use his skills to catch up with his rival, but keeps looking at Noah and appears visibly jealous of the young man who approaches her. Noah is standing with Gina and Leon watching the race from afar. At the last corner of the race, Nicholas's rival's car breaks down, and it seems that Nicholas managed to win the race. Everyone celebrates his victory. Meanwhile, Noah sees photos that suggest her lover is cheating on her with her best friend. She gets very angry and starts to drink and dance. Nicholas notices that Noah is dancing with another young man and feels angry and jealous. He goes to her and shouts at Noah, asking her to respect him because he considers her his sister and does not accept seeing her in immoral situations. Noah responds by saying that she allowed the young man to approach her to take photos with him and send them to her lover, who betrayed her, to take revenge on him. Nicholas takes advantage of the opportunity and suggests that Noah send her photo with him to her lover instead of the other guy. Noah accepts his proposal, although she is surprised by his actions. After that, Nicholas asks Noah to stay in the race car and wait for Gina to arrive. Noah seems impressed by the car and sits in the driver's seat. Ronnie parks his car next to the red car Noah is getting in and thinks it's his rival who belongs to Nicholas's team. But Noah is surprised and tells him she's just an ordinary girl. Ronnie lies to her, saying that Nicholas will lose the bet and may lose her red car if she doesn't enter the race now. Ronnie taunts Noah and tells her that she will be allowed to move forward in the race for 5 seconds. The race begins, but everyone, including Nicholas, is surprised as the race cars are not moving. Ronnie asks Noah to take advantage of the opportunity of 5 seconds, and she prepares to move. Through the events of the race, it becomes clear that Noah is a professional in car racing and that her level is very high. The proof that she is a professional car racing girl is the appearance of her photo with her father in the car race at the beginning of the events of the film. Ronnie gets scared and starts rubbing Noah's car to force her to withdraw from the race, but Noah stands up to him and defeats him in an evil defeat. Noah gets out of the car and everyone celebrates her victory. However, Nicholas gets angry at her because he lost the race because of her. Ronnie asks him to give him his car keys because he was supposed to be his rival from the start, not Noah. Nicholas is forced to hand over his car keys to Ronnie, who curses Noah as he feels offended for losing to her. Nicholas fights violently with Ronnie to defend Noah, who collapses and is terrified because she remembers painful childhood memories when her father beat her mother. Gina takes Noah to the car, and Nicholas gets in the car as well with his friend, and they run away from the place. The next morning, Noah wakes up from her sleep and is surprised by the arrival of a letter from a stranger cursing her. She asks Gina to see the letter, and meanwhile, Nicholas was sleeping on the beach. Noah's mother tries to get her husband Emmanuel's opinion on a dress she would like to wear on a special occasion. Then she asks him why he helped her. Emmanuel responds to Noah's mother by saying that he fell in love with her at first sight and decided to marry her without thinking of saving her from poverty. We return to Nicholas, who is sitting with his little sister Maggie, who is considered to be his sister from his mother, divorced from his father, and married to another man. Nicholas is the one who takes care of his little sister as she is diabetic. At night, Nicholas comes home and watches an action scene of cars in an Indian film with Noah. He tells her that the turns performed by the cars in the Indian film seem impossible and difficult to apply. However, Noah tells him that these movements are actually very easy and tries to explain to him how to apply them. Noah asks Nicholas where he spent the entire day, and Nicholas responds by saying he spent his day with someone he cares about. He talks about his little sister Maggie, but Noah doesn't know he's referring to her own little sister. The next morning, Noah is washing the car when she is surprised to see her ex-boyfriend accompanied by her mother. It is clear that Noah's mother is wary of a relationship between Noah and Nicholas. She plans to rekindle Noah's relationship with her ex-lover, as she sees Nicholas only as Noah's brother, and tries to prevent their relationship from developing. Noah quickly goes to Nicholas and asks him for help because she sent a photo of them together to her ex-lover and doesn't want him to see it. She could be exposed to a scandal, especially since Nicholas is considered her brother. Noah's ex-boyfriend tries to talk to her, but Noah keeps ignoring him, and Nicholas tries to tease him without revealing his face. Later, Noah takes a bouquet of roses from her mother and notices a card in which it is written that Noah will pay for her actions. She asks her ex-lover about the threats mentioned in the card, but he assures her that he knows nothing about the bouquet of roses or the threats. In another scene, an unknown person is seen talking to Ronnie, who was beaten by Noah in a car race. The next morning, the family members have lunch together, and Noah receives another threatening letter. She still doesn't know the identity of the person threatening her. After breakfast, Noah goes with Nicholas and his friends in the car. Mario asks Noah how she learned to drive professionally, but another girl sitting in the back interrupts and says that Noah learned to drive with the help of her father, who was famous in car racing. Mario asks Noah where her father is, but she simply says he is gone. Nicholas arrives at a place where a street fight is taking place, and it seems that Noah is afraid for him. However, Nicholas asks her not to worry because he enjoys street fights and uses them as an outlet for his anger. He enters the ring and starts fighting fiercely with his rival, easily defeating him. Noah can't bear to watch the violent fight because she has experienced complications from her abusive father since a young age. Mario tries to comfort her and ease her pain, but Nicholas intervenes and pushes him away from Noah. Noah asks Nicholas to stay away from her because she is afraid of him. She doesn't like violent people like him or her father, who treated her cruelly. After several days pass, we see Nicholas running out to sea, trying to become a better person and find peace within himself because of his love for Noah. Although he can't believe that he has fallen in love with a girl who is almost like his sister, he can't deny his feelings. One day, Emmanuel tells Nicholas that he needs to find information about Noah's father. Emmanuel reveals that her real father attempted to harm her when she was young because he relied on violence to solve problems. Emmanuel explains that Noah's father had been imprisoned due to Noah's testimony against him, but was released only 2 weeks ago. Emmanuel, aware of Nicholas's studies in law, asks him to help put Noah's father back in prison as he is a dangerous man. Later that night, a stranger who was previously seen with Ronnie sits in a car outside a house where Noah is attending a party with her friends. When Noah comes out of the house intoxicated, Nicholas arrives to pick her up, but she realizes she forgot her jacket and goes back inside. Nicholas' girlfriend plays a prank on Noah by locking her in a closet, which triggers her fear and reminds her of the day her father frightened her. Nicholas arrives in time to rescue Noah and takes her home. Nicholas stays by Noah's side throughout the night as she has been experiencing fear recently. The next morning, Nicholas visits his younger sister Maggie in the hospital. Noah accompanies him and realizes that Nicholas is a kind-hearted person who participated in street fighting to raise funds for Maggie's medical treatment. That night, Nicholas and Noah have a romantic evening on the beach and confess their love for each other. On their way back, Ronnie suddenly appears and kidnaps Noah, leaving Nicholas unable to find her. Nicholas returns home and informs his father and Noah's mother about the incident. The investigator reviews surveillance footage and identifies Ronnie as the kidnapper. Meanwhile, Noah's real father emerges, revealing that he ordered the kidnapping. Noah's real father contacts Noah's mother and demands a ransom of $1 million for Noah's release. Emmanuel and Noah's mother decide to meet at the designated location to hand over the ransom. However, Noah's mother suspects that Noah's real father is not interested in the money, but rather wants to instill fear and intimidate her and Noah. Indeed, Noah's real father watches them through a tablet. Meanwhile, Nicholas and the detective are in a car discussing Ronnie's actions. Nicholas remembers that his red car has a tracking device, which could help locate Ronnie. However, Noah's father becomes aware of the plan and decides to escape. Nicholas tries to catch up, leading to a thrilling chase. Noah's father forces Noah to drive the car and attempts to shoot Nicholas and the detective. The chase continues until they reach a dead end. At gunpoint, Noah's father orders her to ram Nicholas's car. In a telepathic moment, Nicholas communicates with Noah, and she understands his intention. They both move the car forward and attempt the spinning movements they witnessed in an Indian film. Noah lowers her head, and the detective shoots Noah's real father, successfully executing their plan. Noah's mother is relieved to see her ex-husband's threat eliminated. She kisses her daughter, and Emmanuel kisses Nicholas in an emotional scene. Towards the end of the film, Noah's mother asks Emmanuel for a divorce, allowing Noah to marry Nicholas, who has transformed from a violent person into a loving one. Thanks for watching this recap. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and tell me what movie you want me to recap next.